Mr Speaker, I rise to speak in support of Keith Locke's Head of State Referenda bill, and as my colleague Charles Chevelle said, Labor supports this bill going to the Select Committee. We believe it's time as a nation that we have this conversation about becoming a republic. There are some very important issues to be discussed, and this isn't the kind of issue that any government or any party would want to advance by stealth. It must be discussed openly so that New Zealanders can form a view, can forge a consensus about our constitutional future. Sending this bill to Select Committee would, sir, be an excellent way to begin that conversation. I won't repeat the explanation that members have already given about the basic mechanism set out in Keith Locke's bill, but I will say that it takes a minimalist approach to constitutional change. It simply sets up a democratic decision-making process for determining how we select our head of state. It doesn't address the myriad of other issues that usually come up when republicanism is discussed. But this, Mr Speaker, is no technical bill. How we choose our head of state cuts to the heart of our constitutional status, constitutional monarchy or parliamentary republic. The head of state is the most powerful symbol we have of our nation. And these are huge issues that deserve to be taken seriously. The late Bruce Jesson said that republicanism was not merely about making a nominal change to the head of state, but reviving and extending the concepts of citizenship and democracy, and combining the issues of national identity, egalitarianism and democracy. Now, if we take these issues seriously, then we must surely recognise that how we choose our head of state is important. To me, it's an anachronism for the Queen of England to be our head of state. The living embodiment of our nation is a hereditary position. It's the opposite of democracy. The living symbol of our nation is someone the people never get to choose. Our head of state can never be a New Zealand citizen. He or she lives 12,000 miles away. They represent the British Crown, not us. And it was noticed, as Keith Locke said, that the British royal family didn't send anyone to attend the funeral of Sir Ed Hillary, the greatest New Zealander of our time. It was noticed that our head of state was off farewelling British troops as they went off to take part in the illegal invasion of Iraq, an invasion that this country declined to take part in. And for those of us who say, what does it matter? I say that symbols are important. What does it say about our nation's values when our head of state cannot be a Catholic? In fact, the head of state would be relieved of their role if they married a Catholic. That the male heirs to the throne always take precedence over their female siblings. The process for choosing our head of state is an archaic feudal institution rooted in a land on the other side of the globe. It says nothing of the vibrant, diverse South Pacific democracy that we have become. Symbols are important. They denote values. Values inform debate. And I say that because the themes of egalitarianism, democracy and nationhood underpin almost every debate that we have in this House. There's a view that it would be a mistake to change the way we choose our head of state without addressing all the other constitutional issues that touch on it. And our former Prime Minister Mike Moore argues for a constitutional convention. I'm not persuaded that we cannot move ahead with changing the way we choose our head of state without addressing all those other issues. I think that our constitution is most likely to evolve in a piecemeal way, and if we tried to solve all the issues at once, I fear it would mean that none would be resolved. It's often commented that New Zealand will inevitably become a republic one day, but not tomorrow, and I'll call this the Simon Bridges argument. Many who say they support a republic quickly add that we don't need to rush it, that there are many more important issues. But I like to think, sir, that as a nation we are capable of dealing with more than one issue at a time. Others say that we're already a de facto republic, that we already choose our Governor-General, the post is selected by the government of the day. But this argument overlooks the importance of symbolism. The Governor-General is not the head of state, he or she is merely the Sovereign's local representative.
I'm sorry to interrupt the member. His time has expired. I called